Hey there everyone, and welcome to this week's market update. Last week in El Paso County, we saw a total of 163 new homes come to market. We saw 43 price increases. We saw 33 price decreases. We saw 24 homes that came back on market. That's houses that were under contracts that didn't make it all the way to close for one reason or another. And we saw a total of 425 homes that sold and closed out completely. So the major number I've been focusing on for the past several months has actually been the number of new homes coming to market every single week. So last week at 163, we did see that number dropped from last week. And at least for last week, it's kind of back in the average that we saw a little closer to late February and early March. But again, keeping an eye on the market every day, week to week, and every time I get a chance to look for a client, we are starting to see more come to market. We are starting to see more people prepare to put their houses on the market. So hopefully during the spring season, during the summer season, we're going to be seeing closer to what we saw last year, and hopefully even more than what we saw last year. With last week's number of the total that sold at 425, that's the first time we've seen that many closed sales in 1 week for quite a few weeks as well. One of the reasons we've been seeing the number of sold properties come down to below 300 and right around the 300 number goes back to the fact that we're lacking inventory. We don't have the number of houses coming to market to go under contract, to close out, to keep at the 400 to 500 closings that we saw every single week about a year ago. Last week we saw houses sell for 103.57% of asking price. Now the extra 3.57% on the average house, which right now is at about 400,000, or rather the median house at 400,000, comes to a total of $14,200. Again, now what all that means is we're very commonly seeing houses right now at their median price, at the middle part of the market, that are selling for $14,000 over asking price. In a market that's more balanced, we see that number right in between 98% and 102% typically. And at the 98% mark, that's going to be usually more your buyer's market. And at the 102%, that is more the seller's market. So since we've seen that consistently at above 103% for at this point, I believe about 14 weeks, we're seeing, again, an extreme seller's market. We are also seeing interest rates continuing to climb as the weeks go by. Last week it hit 3.18%, which is the highest that we've seen in about 10 months. And it's very likely that sometime within the summer, we're going to be seeing interest rates hitting 3.25% again. Which when you look at that in the context of the last 3 years, 5 years, and even 10 years, 3.25% is still an incredible rate for people who are out shopping today. So even though our market is crazy, even though there's a lot going on, little inventory with quite a bit of competition out there, closings do still happen every day. But there's still people out there who are shopping, who are patiently putting in offers and waiting for the right property to pop off so they can get one under contract. If you have any questions about the information I covered today, feel free to give me a call, send me a text, or send me a message anytime. That concludes this week's market update, and thank you for watching.